American President Donald Trump has just sent shockwaves through the global stage. After a provocative statement by a senior Russian official regarding an automatic nuclear retaliation system, the American response was swift and uncompromising. 2 nuclear submarines have been redeployed. The world holds its breath. Subscribe now to stay updated on the world's most critical geopolitical developments, with clear and in-depth analysis. It all began with a chilling declaration from a former Russian president, now a powerful member of the Security Council. He brought up the so-called dead hand system, an automatic nuclear retaliation mechanism designed during the Soviet era. Its purpose? To ensure total destruction of the enemy, even if the entire command chain is wiped out. A mere historical reminder? Not quite. In today's climate of heightened tensions, those words carry a dangerous and deliberate weight. President Donald Trump wastes no time responding. Speaking directly from the White House, he stated, "Due to the inflammatory and irresponsible remarks from Russia, I have ordered the immediate redeployment of 2 nuclear submarines to strategic positions. This is not a provocation, it is a precautionary measure." The submarines in question are capable of launching devastating strikes anywhere on the globe within minutes. Their redeployment is not symbolic. It sends an unmistakable message to the Kremlin. On the ground, the fighting has never stopped. Within just 24 hours, over 100 drones were launched toward Russian territory. Several bypassed air defenses, killing at least 2 civilians. In retaliation, massive strikes were carried out against Ukrainian military positions. Tensions are also rising to the west. Russia now claims it plans to place ballistic missiles along the European Union's border, specifically in Belarus, right next to Poland. Experts warn that these missiles would be nearly impossible to intercept. If you find this kind of analysis essential, support it by subscribing. Let's keep critical information moving and accessible. Diplomatic channels, for their part, are frozen. Despite vague signals of willingness from both sides, no formal discussions have taken place. President Trump confirmed the deployment of a special envoy to the region. The goal, to avoid direct military escalation, but Moscow remains silent. Time is running out. Each new strike, each inflammatory statement could trigger irreversible consequences. This is no longer a Cold War. This is a 21st century nuclear standoff, amplified by social media, accelerated by technology, and made fragile by the unpredictability of its actors. One wrong word, one misfired missile, one misunderstood strike, and the entire balance of the world collapses. Behind every military maneuver, every presidential tweet, human lives are at stake. Families, children, entire populations caught in the crossfire of 2 nuclear giants daring each other across continents. Subscribe and share this video so that information becomes a tool of understanding, not fear. What we are experiencing today is not a movie. It's reality, and it demands our full attention. It's not the bombs that destroy the world, it's the silence in the face of threats. The situation is evolving rapidly. Military analysts point to the fact that the redeployment of American submarines is not just about strategic positioning. It also provides the U.S. with a stronger second strike capability. This means that, even in the event of a surprise attack, the United States would retain the ability to respond with overwhelming force. Meanwhile, the Russian government is reportedly conducting drills simulating full-scale nuclear war scenarios. State media have begun broadcasting old Soviet-era clips, warning citizens to locate bomb shelters and store food and water. It's a psychological war now, as much as it is a military one. President Trump, during a late-night press conference, added, "The safety of the American people comes first. We will not be intimidated, but we will not be reckless either. Peace through strength has always been our doctrine, and it remains so today." International reactions are pouring in. The French president has called for an emergency meeting at the UN Security Council. Germany has activated contingency planning, including civil defense procedures not seen since the Cold War. The United Kingdom has raised its nuclear alert level for the first time in over a decade. In Asia, China has issued a neutral but cautious statement calling for maximum restraint from all nuclear-armed nations. India, observing closely, is reportedly preparing for possible regional fallout, both diplomatically and economically. Back home, American citizens are divided. Some express support for Trump's hard stance, believing it's the only language Moscow understands. Others worry that such brinkmanship only increases the risk of global catastrophe. Protests have erupted in several cities calling for de-escalation and renewed diplomacy. Meanwhile, the Pentagon remains on high alert. Aircraft carriers have been repositioned. Air bases in Europe are receiving reinforcements. Cybersecurity agencies are on round-the-clock surveillance, fearing that the next strike might not come from a missile, but from a keyboard. In this new kind of war, everything is a target. Communications, power grids, satellites. And in a world where information moves faster than reason, the threat isn't just what is launched, it's what is believed. So stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay human. This conflict is not only a test of strength, but a test of wisdom, leadership, and our ability as a global community to choose dialogue over destruction. The clock is ticking.